Journal prompts that create results. Journaling is a powerful way to get our thoughts out on paper, and journaling is also a powerful manifestation tool when done properly. How can you journal in a way that helps you achieve your goals faster? What I have found with many of the clients that I have worked with that have a journaling process is that their journals often are about their problems and their struggles and less about their visions and what they're wanting to create. How can we journal in a way that helps us increase our ability to achieve our goals? One of the best ways to do that is to spend more time in your journal about what you do want to create and less time on what you don't want. This doesn't mean we shouldn't use our journals as a safe place to move our thoughts from our heads to paper. And yes, take the time to write out your fears or your problems or what you're struggling with, but don't end there. Really important to take that next step and then write down what it is that you're creating, what you're excited about, what's next for you. And take the time to write down those dreams, those visions, those goals. Why that's important is wherever we're placing our attention and our energy, that's what we tend to create. So if your journal is filled with pages and pages and pages of problems and what you're struggling with, we tend to perpetuate those same problems. Now let me share with you some very specific journal prompts to help you write about your vision and your goals. Ask yourself the question, what would I love? What would I love? If I were to wave a magic wand and really dream like I did when I was a little girl or a little boy, what would I love to create in my life? Ask yourself the question, if I won the lottery, what would I be doing with my time and that money? What that does is it helps to start to build your imagination. The other journal prompts that you can use is, if I didn't believe it was impossible, what would I be doing? Again, that accesses our creative brain. The other journal prompt you can use is, when I was a little girl or a little boy, here's what I wanted to be or do or have. And access that imagination that you had when you were younger. By asking yourself these questions, you start to go to that creative thinking and that visioning and that goal setting. It changes where you're placing your attention, changes those thought patterns, and therefore changes your actions and your results. I want to tell you about a client who had a journaling practice for years. She had been journaling. As she implemented these practices and started to journal about her vision and what she would love, specifically in the relationship quadrant of her life, within a very short period of time, and I'm talking a matter of months, she actually attracted to her now fiance, the dream home that she was describing, all because she started to put pen to paper and really picture it in her mind and put those pictures onto paper. This works. Journaling and writing things down is a tried and true method to really manifesting new results. Using these journal prompts, using what I've shared with you today, can help you really maximize that journaling practice. So have some fun with it. Ask that question, what would you love? Put your thoughts on paper. Here is to you living a life you love.